Welcome back, children. So last video we have learned about the definition which was given by WHO, World Health Organization. What is the definition? We just read the second point. Health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. And it is not merely the absence of disease. We can't tell absence of disease alone a person is very healthy person. If a person is a healthy person means the person should have a complete physical, mental and social well-being. In that condition only we can call that person as a healthy person, not only merely free from disease alone. So this is the definition which was given by the WHO. Is that clear, children? And remaining stories and all we know. We need to maintain. How to maintain good health means we want to go for balanced diet, personal hygiene, and we want to continue regular exercise. And we need to relax ourselves by doing some yoga, meditation, to listen music, and also we can do some gardening work, walking, or we can indulge with some of any work. We should not think always about our work. So we have to practice our regular sleep. By doing this, automatically we'll get a good health. Okay, and also we should be aware of some diseases. So these are the some criterias to maintain good health. What are the criterias to maintain good health? Balanced diet, personal hygiene, regular exercise, relaxation and regular sleep, awareness about diseases. These are the 5 Panchabhutas, okay, to maintain our good health. Is that clear, children? And we have already discussed the health is affected by genetical disorder, infection and all those story. And now we'll start with our heading, okay, disease. Common diseases in human beings. Okay, diseases are grouped into infectious and non-infectious. So before moving into that, first we want to see what is diseases. What is diseases, children? Diseases, we can tell it is a disturbed ease. That is very, very important. What is disease? A disturbed ease. What is ease? E-A-S-E. Ease means E-A-S-E. Ease means comfort. So our comfortness is going to disturbed. That is only disease. Discomfort. So that is only we can call it as disease. So our ease is going to disturbed, disease. So our body is in a discomfort position. That is only we can call it as disease. Is that clear, children? So now you are thorough with the definition of disease. And we can tell diseases of 2 types. Okay, diseases of 2 types, 1 and 2. What is first type? You write and keep it in your note. Congenital diseases. C-O-N-G-E-N-I-T-A-L. C-O-N-G-E-N-I-T-A-L. Congenital disease. And second is acquired diseases. Okay, what are the 2 types of diseases? Congenital diseases. Second is acquired diseases. What do you mean by congenital disease, children? For example, from birth even when we get some disease means that we can call it as congenital disease. That we can define as it is a genetical disorder. Is that clear? What is congenital? From birth even we are getting some diseases that we can define as genetical disorder. That is first type of disease. Second is acquired disease. After birth, because of environment, because of our food habit, because of our activities, when we get disease means that is acquired character. So what is the general classification under disease means? First is congenital disease, second is acquired disease. Congenital means it is because of genetical problem. Second is acquired diseases. Acquired disease what we are getting after birth. Is that clear, children? This is the 2 types of diseases. And come to first one, congenital diseases means, for example, this we can call it as non-infectious. Congenital diseases are non-infectious because it won't spread from a person to another person. For example, if a person has a disease called leukemia, a cancer in the bone cells or thalassemia. Like that, genetical disorder means that we will learn in detail in genetics chapter also, but in this stage you just remember genetical disorders won't spread from a person to another person. So how can we define that? It is a non-infectious diseases. Genetic diseases are or genetic disorders are not spread from person to other person, so we can call it as non infectious. And also it won't spread through food or air or water, and there is no cure for this genetical disorder, and a person should be there along with the genetical disorder, means maybe we'll take some of the steps to extend our lifestyles, and also will continue our days with some extension. For example, we will learn in genetics also color blindness and also hemophilia. Okay, these are the some genetical disorder. So this comes under congenital diseases. Is that clear, children? So second is what? Acquired. Second is acquired. We are getting from our environment, means that we after birth what we are getting from environment means that we can call it as acquired diseases. So again, acquired diseases are of two type. Acquired diseases are of two type. It is infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. That is only is given in your textbook. Acquired diseases are of two type. It is infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. So what are the two types of acquired diseases? Infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. What is the other term for infectious diseases? Communicable. COMMUNICABLE. Communicable diseases or infectious diseases. It can spread from a person to another persons. And non-communicable or non-infectious. Okay. And normally it won't transfer from a person to other person. So that is the definition for communicable or infectious diseases, non-communicable or non-infectious diseases. These two diseases comes under which category, children? Acquired diseases. After birth we are getting, so we can define as acquired diseases. So I'll read the definition which is given on the slide. Diseases which are easily transmitted from one person to another person is called infectious diseases. What could be the examples for infectious diseases? That and all we'll discuss. Okay, so many infectious diseases which can be passed, which can be spread through viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, and also platyhelminthes. Everything we will discuss in this chapter. And what is non-communicable or non-infectious diseases which are not transmitted from one person to another? And what could be the examples for that? Okay, like cancer and all, it won't spread from a person to another person, so that we can call it as non-communicable or non-infectious diseases. And also like deficiencies diseases will have so many deficiency because of vitamins and minerals, will have some diseases, and allergy problem, and also pressure will get for some people, it won't pass from a person to another person. And also some organ failure, like kidney and heart and all, and it won't spread from a person to another person, so we can call it as non-communicable or non-infectious. So these two are comes under which category, children? Acquired diseases. Acquired diseases are two types: communicable or infectious, non-communicable or non-infectious. Is that clear, children? So we are going to deal about all those things in this class. So we shall start with the first common diseases in humans. I have sent one photocopy. Please write and copy. In that bacteria, fungi, protozoan, and also platyhelminthes disease were given, and it is very easy to you follow other categories of diseases. Okay, and here you want to remember one common term, pathogens. Okay, now look at the slide. First definition: organisms belonging to bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoans. Example for protozoan is amoeba, paramecium, helminthes groups, platyhelminthes groups. and it could causes diseases in man, such disease causing organisms. So disease causing organisms, we can call it as pathogens. In previous chapter we have learned about microbes in human welfare. That microbes we won't call it as a pathogens because it won't cause any disease to human being. Instead we will get more benefit from that. That is and all useful front part of the microorganisms. What we are going to learn in this chapter is four part of this microorganisms enemy. So which organisms and all will cause disease to human beings, that organisms we can define as pathogens. So pathogens are also microorganisms only. Pathogens are also microorganisms only. And how the pathogens will be enter into our body, that already we know, no? We have learned in lower classes. The pathogen enter into our body through air or food or water or through mosquito bite. Okay, because of any one of the reasons, the pathogens will enter into our body. That we'll see in each and every disease. I'll give what is the mode of spread also. Is that clear, children? So we shall start with the first disease, bacterium. A first bacterium, what we are going to learn is Salmonella typhi. Okay, what is Salmonella typhi? And it will cause a disease called typhoid. Salmonella typhi is a bacterium, singular. So this is a pathogen which will cause a disease called typhoid. And which organs and all it will infect means, it will affect means, first it is very important, small intestine, and after the small intestine it will enter to the organs through blood, because small intestine only villi will be there. So villi will absorb and it will send all the nutrients to the capillaries and it will spread to the blood. So if it is present in the small intestine, obviously you should understood it will enter into the blood and it will spread throughout the body. How it will spread, how the Salmonella typhi we are getting means, we are getting through food and water, So this is the Salmonella typhi, the bacterium having flagella in its structure, flagella in its body. So what could be the symptoms of the Salmonella typhi means high fever, ranges from 39 to 40 degrees Celsius, and your body will become very weak and you will get stomach pain and constipation. You can't able to excrete your waste, and headache will be a loss of appetite. You can't have the hungry to have food. That is only we can call it as loss of appetite. And intestinal perforation may lead to death. Sometimes because of increased level of Salmonella typhi, and we can see the small pores in the intestinal, that we can call it as intestinal perforation. Small pores in the intestinal may leads to even a death also. And how can we diagnose the typhoid fever you have, or the Salmonella typhoid is present in your blood means, we'll go with the confirmation of Widal test. Okay, and this Widal test is a test of serological studies. Okay, serological studies, and we can take a blood serum. Okay, when we take a blood serum, and we will test for the presence of antibodies against the Salmonella typhi. It is not a complicated procedure like your RT-PCR for viruses. This is very simple. Just to take a blood sample, normal lab in local doctors even will do. They'll take a blood sample of ours and they'll test whether the antibodies were produced in the blood against the antigen like Salmonella typhi. If antibodies were produced, with that they'll confirm that a person is having a Salmonella typhi in their blood. So automatically the positive of Widal test, and we'll go for the treatment. Okay, we'll go for the treatment to get rid of from the Salmonella typhi. So very rare cases, those days many persons were died even for typhoid fever, but nowadays a vaccine is also available, and also after the disease will come means we have drugs like medicine is also available to get rid of from the Salmonella typhi fever. And what are the vaccine for Salmonella typhi, children? You can write it note, TAB vaccine. TAB. tab, okay, TAB vaccine is available for, we should give this vaccine in the 3 years, third year of the baby, and automatically this vaccine will help to get rid of from the typhoid fever. And second, suppose if the person is affected by salmonella typhi, means what kind of medicine the person should have, means the person should have a medicine like chloromycetin. I'll write the spelling, CHLORO, chloromycetin, MYCETIN, chloromycetin. This is a drug, this is a medicine to cure typhoid fever. Okay, this is an antibiotic drug. Chloromycetin is a, if it is ends with IN, it is an antibiotic. So it is an antibiotic drug. This was given to kill the salmonella typhi bacterium to get rid of from the typhoid fever. Is that clear, children? And you want to remember, so we know that it is spreading through water and food, means how it is spreading through water and food, means for example, if a person is having salmonella typhi bacterium in its body, means he or she will excrete their waste. So even the excreta waste will contain the salmonella typhi bacterium in the human fecal matter. Sometimes the flies, no, they used to be in the fecal matter, and the same flies will come and invade your food item, will enter into the water also. So it was spread into the water also, food item also, and without knowing, when we have the food items, without boiling water, when we drink the water, means it will get into our body. So straight away it will go, it will be in the intestine, the multiplication will be the intestine, and through villi it will get into your blood also. Throughout your body, the salmonella typhi will started to multiply. So it is spreading through flies through the human fecal matter. So one interesting story was given in your book NCERT 147, a viral test under typhoid Mary women. You just go through and you will get an idea how it is spreading from a person to another person. So this comes under infectious or non-infectious, children. It is infectious because it is spreading through a person to another person. Is that clear, children? And also here we are telling it is entering through food and water because of the contaminated fecal matter or excreta of a typhoid patient. So the typhoid patient only we are call it as the carrier. So normally who is the carrier here? House flies or the common carrier, and it will spread the infection. And normally when typhi bacterium is invaded into our body, our lymphatic tissues, our white blood tissues only first it will affect, and automatically we can see the multiplication of their number of typhi in our body, and we will check with the periodical test. Okay, now normally first week, first when a person is affected, first time when the person is affected, means first he will feel loss of appetite, and the person become very tired, and he will become a weak also, headache, fever, everything. And second week and third or fourth week, and we can see high fever. It will be, the fever will be in high, the fever won't reduce also. And next afterwards, automatically we can see some brownish spot like structures we can see in their tongue and also in the lip region. And if in that condition also he didn't take medicine, means after fourth week only the person will get stomach pain and constipation or diarrhea. Sometime opposite also will take place. And also after that person have so many rose colored spots will appear in the chest region and also in the abdominal, and he'll go and appear for viral test to confirm whether bacterium is present or not. So we'll discuss once again regarding the common disease. Salmonella typhi for typhoid bacterium. Organs affected, these only you want to keep in your mind. Small intestine, and it will spread through blood also, and contamination of water and food through fecal matter, through house fly. And what are the symptoms? What is the test? Viral test. Viral test is to check the blood serum whether antibodies were produced or not. Is that clear, children? So next video I will send for